Here we go. Let's say hello. I'm going to start with the 3/4 stone. I think I'll play dual 3/4s this time. Sigh of West. Here, let's turn on the coordinates. Look at the game info. Okay, it's a straight game, 6.5 points of Comey. Italy. Okay, 4/4 stone. Like I said, I think I will do dual 4/3s this time. I don't usually do this, but try something different. I can make an enclosure here for sort of an orthodox opening, or I can approach. I'll do the approach here. And he approaches my stone. Okay. I'll respond. I don't mind responding to his approach. Still owes me a move down here. Ah, he does the same thing. Is he going to do is he going to do some kind of mirror go thingy? Oh, but he can't because he's got a 4/4 stone here. So it's not a mirror, whatever he does. The mirror has already been broken, and I can throw into the 3/3 if I want to annoy him. He can approach here or fix here. He chooses to approach, so I will do the same thing. Old Shusaku diagonal. So he owes a move here, and I owe a move here and here. So it's all about the same. Could have been played in a different move order without all of this fancy running around. Okay, so that's an overextension, but first let's do my extension here. So I can play in the middle between those two stones. But that will drive this one into the corner, so you want to strengthen these stones before you do something like that. If he approaches these stones from this side, I can kick this stone or maybe pincer it, and I can still approach this corner here. So he is overextending again. Let's call him on this one. Put my stone where his normal extension should be. Well, it looks like Sai is a thinker, taking his time with the stones, so I should probably relax, relax and slow down myself. Hane, extend, extend. Tari, here. What about this ladder? This ladder goes to his stones. So when I extend and extend, and I go there, if I do go there, that's not good. I should go here, I guess, to connect up. Could Hane on the other side and try and keep these stones separated from his corner. Hane here, crosscut. Tari, connect. Cut this stone off. So this stone would be a sacrifice if he plays like that. Let's see, does that actually work? Say he cross-cuts. He doesn't even cross-cut. That's interesting. Okay, so I still want to Atari here and take this stone. I was planning to just sacrifice here after the crosscut. So he crosscuts. What I was wondering, Atari, he extends, I connect. What I was wondering is this stone here really dead? We're going to find out. Like say he extends up. Hane on top, he's got 3 liberties. I have 4. With the crosscut, I would have only had 3. So maybe he should have done that. Right, if this stone were here, and everything else was the same, he extends up. Hane, I've got 1, 2, 3 liberties, and he's got 1, 2, 3 liberties, and it's his turn. You could cut here. You could try and connect underneath. Okay, but he's just going to push me into taking this stone. I'll take it. Okay, and he's getting a wall. Let's see, do I need to play one more move here, or can I call this done? He Hane's here to try and separate me. I extend. He can extend. And it gets into a bit of a complicated fight. Let's connect. Okay, I can bring this stone back to life, I guess. I mean, he can cut it off at any time, but it's a small move at this point. I will look for a bigger move on my next move. Approaching the corner, taking the extension here, taking away his extension here. Gotta be careful I don't click. I don't click a button before I mean to. Okay, yeah, so he's not fixing any of his problems, but he is attacking my group here. Let's attach here. Make sure I'm alive. This didn't protect the corner, so 3-3 is still open, the approach is still open. Okay, ignored my attach in the corner, instead approached over here. So let's take one of these other moves that I was talking about. First, we'll take this extension from these 3 stones. Let's strengthen these guys and then pincer this one. Later on, we can still jump in here. We still have the 3-3. Good, he took the extension. So now, leaving this for later, we will approach your 3-3. What's the best? He's building influence in this area. And this will give him an opportunity to get more. If I go here, I'm already pincered here, so he can kick me, and I don't have a good square to run. If I go here, he can pincer me and drive me into the corner anyway. Or I could jump out. Let's approach normally here. Can also extend on this side to lean on these stones. Really taking his time. Yeah, as I suspected, he pincers me. I could jump out. Since it seems like he's interested in grabbing the whole center, let's try and put a spike in his plans. I can still jump into the corner unless he defends it. And he's got weaknesses over on this side if I have stones out here. He has weaknesses here. He has a weak spot here. Yeah, the double approach looks interesting, I guess. Depending on what he plays. If he just jumps out. Yeah, look at his time. He's down to 2.5 minutes for 11 stones. Well, that's still plenty of time. This is a generous time control here. So attach on this side. He can just connect, and that kind of is a poke. Let's try the honey here. Just connecting seemed a little weak to me. Okay, so I can take the corner this way, I guess. If I go here, he extends. I extend, he turns, I go this way. He cuts. Okay, drop down threatens to take the corner because then Atari, extend, Atari, extend, Atari, take, Atari, extend, take. Or turn and take. Anyway, yeah, let's do the drop down here. And I'm eyeing this point at K17. As well as the cut to go into his corner. So he extended. Yeah, so should I, yeah, let's play this here. Right to now. Aha. So he likes these. This time I think I will come out on this side. Connect up over here with these stones if I can. Anyway, it's interesting he started moving more quickly there. So 2 minutes for 8 stones, 4 minutes for 1 stone, 15 seconds a move. That's doable. It's not the problem. Yeah, I think I want to extend in this direction. Make this group stronger. Jump out over here, Hane here. Yeah, I'll Hane here first. This is a forcing move, so I can get that in. Then I want to jump out over here somewhere, maybe about here. I want to threaten to come in. I don't know if the 3/3 is available. I don't know if that actually is available. But maybe if I had a stone out here, could kind of threaten to connect up. Okay. Yeah, he cuts. I was wondering. So these 2 stones, however, I mean, I could just sacrifice my 1 stone here. But if I extend and keep all these guys separated, isn't this better for me? I mean, these 2 stones are looking pretty weak here. Yeah, so he's making the time control. Yeah, he's just using up all his time. 2 stones, 30 seconds. He's got time. Got time. Yep, let's keep them separated. And then we can ask this corner if it's alive too. Are you alive, corner? It's got a lot of space there, it seems. Yeah, so it seems like I'm getting into an ugly fight here, huh? He's going to try and connect these stones up to something. He's going to try and surround my 4 stones, which have been cut off, and kill them, I guess. So I go here, he can connect. I go here, push Hane, cut, extend. Maybe I go here. Keep these guys separated. So push, cut rather, cut. This guy is feisty though. Connect. So he's down to 2 liberties. I have 4 and 3, but he can extend here and maybe connect up to this stone. Yep. Let's Hane here. If he pushes me this way, this is an Atari on this stone. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't usually play like this. I can't say I don't know why people play like this. They play like this because they enjoy it. But this is not my style usually, to have such a game-ending fight so early. It just seemed to me he was overplaying, and it seemed to me I had to call him on it, or otherwise he would just own the whole board. And sometimes when you try that, you get into trouble. So the cut is probably good, right? He cuts, I turn. Then he, okay, so if I go here, and he wedges, I go on this side, he connects, I connect. Really have to keep these stones cut off. As well as making sure I have enough liberties in all my groups that are surrounding him here. But yeah, but I think this fight was entirely unnecessary. I think White provoked it when White was doing fine anyway without the fight. Just the way it seemed to be. So how many liberties is this really? If I go here, he has to fill in. I go here, but then he could take. Yeah, so he wants to turn that into a ko, right? Because if he plays the wedge now, I play here. He could do something like cut here. And then I take his stone, and then it's a ko. So I don't want a ko. Let's make a bamboo joint here. Take away one of them liberties. Yeah, I'd like to just kill him without the ko. Yeah, he goes there, so we're going here. Stop that cut. So push, fill, Atari, extend, Atari, or block. I think it's gonna die. It's not an Atari because there's still one liberty here. Push, block, block. Then he's got two liberties. He could play here right now and make an I. He doesn't want to do that. Okay, so push. Make sure there's no I there. Yeah, I mean, he could have given me those stones. If I connect here, I will have 1, 2, 3 liberties. If I turn here, he's got 3 liberties, but that gives me 1 extra. So 1, 2, that would put him in Atari. It takes 2 moves for me to put him in Atari, so got to be careful. Connect, and Hane would put him in Atari. Then he fills, then this move would put him in Atari again and he can't escape. So if I can get in 2 moves before I get killed, any one of these groups gets killed, then I should be okay. Like he extends, I connect. He extends again, I Atari, and I've still got 2 liberties there, and he's down to none, or 1. He connects, and I Atari on this side, and he's still just 1 liberty. So he went there. So should I start on this side? I guess I have to, because I can't let him connect underneath there. Well, you got to learn how to fight in this game if you want to hold your own. Got to learn how to fight. So it's a good lesson for me, even though I get a bit irritated. He's going to turn it into a ko anyway. What a monster. Okay. But I think this ko is all right for me. So let's take that ko. Now this connect is an Atari. Yeah, I don't know if he has a big enough ko-threat anywhere to turn this around. We'll find out. There's no local ko-threats. Oh, there is one local ko-threat, but it's not good enough. I still have. Yeah, let's think about this. I take. This group only has 1 liberty, and when he connects, it still only has 1 liberty. So that's not a ko-threat. I wonder if connecting there would be a losing move. If I connected here, and he takes the ko back, and then I'm short on liberties. I'm down to 2 liberties myself. Yeah, but I think I can just take this. And he resigned. Yeah, that was the way it was going to go. Well, that was interesting. Short, but a lot of interesting fighting. We'll check this out with Sabaki and Katago, see what it has to say about it. See you then. Bye. Well, you can tell by the graph here that there was a lot of up and down through the middle section. And then I did win that fight at the end, and then that's when he resigned. So wasn't resigning prematurely or anything, but he had some chances even towards the end. So we'll check this out. Notice that it stayed pretty even through the opening, so we can kind of step through this. Looks like it's all pretty normal. This is a little bit weird, the way the moves were jumping around, and there were places where Katago wanted me to play differently, or yeah, Katago. Here, white really should have just done a 2-space jump. Even the computer agrees here, so it does leave a weakness behind. And here, actually, it didn't like my move. It wanted me to approach and take the extension away from these 2 stones. So anyway, we got into this little fight here, and I think this is where, yeah, this is the first time I looked at one of the variations. It wanted him to play like this, yeah, instead of fighting locally. Well, it wanted him to put in this move and then come back and connect here. So this is kind of interesting. And then my stones get cut off. But well, I'm connected, and I can put pressure on white here, and this stone is cut off, but this group should be fine. And okay, so that's as far as I followed it. So I just thought that was interesting. Let's go back to the game. Here I played, or he played this move. Yeah, so this move was the first kind of bad move that changed the evaluation, started to give me an advantage. And I didn't play in the best way, but anyway, here I just extended once more. I had a feeling maybe I should play away, and Katago is suggesting playing on this side rather than playing here, and then maybe playing up in the corner. But anyway, I extended once more, and then he played a big move here. But once again, Katago wants him to just do something simple like a corner enclosure, rather than taking a big extension from a corner that's not protected. Let's see. So, but he did the big extension, and then my reply, what did I do? Oh, I jumped. Yeah, I could have jumped into the 3-3 here. That's what Katago is saying. I didn't. I just attached over here. I wanted to make sure these stones were doing okay. And so we come along here. Yeah, we start to get into the fight on the top side. He never... he just really has a loose collection of stones here, which this stone here is kind of far from these two. So there's a weakness in here. So I just jumped out. And what I was worried about, Katago wants me to go into the corner here. Yeah, okay, I didn't follow that variation. But what I was worried about is if I go into the corner, he could just build a wall of stones this way. And, he's looking at this giant area in the middle, and Katago is not at all worried about that. But I think as a human chess player, you do have to worry about these things. So let's see. It wanted me to play here. I played after the attachment, I played this move. And it didn't really think that was so great. Wanted me to hane underneath here and then attach on the other side. So attach here, just put pressure on the corner and just kind of surround it. So it looks good. After my move, White had an opportunity to just connect there, and that's good for White. You can see that White's been improving through these moves, so my moves haven't been the best. I haven't been playing those computer moves, and so White is gradually getting back into the game here. And then here, what did I do? I dropped down here. Oh, and yeah, this was interesting. Katago thought I could cut here. I thought about this move, and then well, as we play this out, he extends, I extend, he turns. That's about as far as I thought, and I said, this stone's a goner. And what have I got but just this little line of stones? I didn't think that was good. Now Katago likes this. It wants me to keep extending. It is one of those moves. It's one of those kind of positions that's hard to play. So am I winning these stones? No, they can still get out. Am I alive in the corner? He can cut me here. The fight just continues. So I really don't know what's going on here. But this is how Katago wants to play. A little over my head, honestly. So let's get back to the game. Yeah, I didn't cut. I just extended down, threatening the cut, and he protected. And then I came in on the other side. This was one of the approved moves. So taking, throwing into a space, throwing into a weak point in the enemy's formation surrounding this stone. I was expecting him to jump out, and Katago gives that as the best move. Instead, he played on top. So you see my evaluation momentarily improved there. This is all fairly close, though, really. This is within a couple of points. Let's see. I did the hane here, and he cut. I extended. And, oh, once again, after the Atari, I should extend down once. White extends, and then play on top. So I guess the difference, if you look at what happened in the game, I just haneed on top and he took immediately. The difference is that in this position, I get the same influence on the outside, but there's still some aji left underneath here. So there's no harm in playing this extension, and maybe I can make use of it later. Maybe I can try and connect up to this side. So it's an interesting thing to think about. I could have just extended there. Basically, it's a move that doesn't cost me anything because he's going to respond, and then I get to play on top anyway like I want to. So that would be good. Let's see. Here he just took, and okay, here's another chance for me to cut. And once again, it wants me, white may or may not capture that stone. It wants white to turn and go after it, and it wants me to extend and fight. So it really wants to engage in that fight in the corner. Anyway, I didn't. I jumped out here, and we see we're back to about even once again. Let's see, he played the, right. Actually, white is actually slightly better here, since I didn't do any of these aggressive moves in the corner. White's got a nice big corner, and white could just play here and have a comfortable, edge. Just, I mean, it's not a huge edge, but it's a decent position for white, and white is ahead. And instead, white went for all these fighting moves. He pushed out into the center. I blocked. He cut. Once again, he could have just fallen back here. Had a decent, nice sized corner. Let me have a little bit on the outside. He has the cut later if he wants to, or maybe I protect there. Let's see, what is my move? Oh, my move is to play over here. This is the time when the AI wants to jump in, when Kataga wants to jump in and take advantage of that weak point. Anyway, so I just think he was being too aggressive through here, and kind of needlessly. Sometimes you need to be aggressive to make up for being behind. But here he had a way to play and just have a comfortable lead. Anyway, so I extended, and we got into this little bit of fighting here. And this is all, let's see, I think this is all about even through here. Yeah, didn't like that move. I thought I should turn here. But I played here. And yeah, in this, I guess, yeah, I'm slightly better through this part because these fighting moves were not working out for white, but I make some mistakes here too, and white gets back into the game. So it's about even right around here. Kind of hard to assess a position as even when it looks like one side is going to win or the other. But well, we'll show an example. Anyway, so as he was chasing me, I was building up strength to attack these stones. He tried to escape with them, and I played a move to cut them off. So so now we're in this position where there's a fight, and actually after this Hane here, it's still a fight that is okay for white. He's not losing here. He did need to yeah, he played the bamboo joint. That was a bad move. He needed to play here. And in fact, the continuation from here is something I might not have found. If I just keep fighting here, if I just connect, for example, I'm going to lose because this group of 4 stones doesn't have that many liberties and it's surrounded. So I have to do something like this. I push here. I guess that's free. I push here. He caps. Then I cut. And so we get this fight. I extend. And Hane, he cuts. I turn. Tries to catch me in the ladder. I turn again. I keep extending, but now this stone is captured. He comes here. I take this stone. He connects. I go here. And you might say, what's happening here? Well, I'm saving these stones by capturing this group. So the fighting is still working out for me. Okay. Oh, well, it's about even, as you can see by the graph. So still a game. But if you follow this out to the end, I just kept playing it to make sure what I thought I saw was really happening. And yeah, that's it. It expects me to capture those stones and expects white to live and have this big chunk of territory here. And it thinks the result is about even. This group in the corner, I don't know. Okay, yeah, white at the end gets this big move down here in the corner to put pressure on me. So I probably will have to waste some time here to defend this group and live. And then white gets a big move elsewhere if white comes out of this with Sente. Anyway, apparently an even game and a pretty interesting result. I doubt I would have found that. In fact, if he had played this way, I probably would have just, well, maybe I would have turned, but then connected and tried to fight on this side. And that fight, I am losing. So if I had done that, white would have won. But anyway, white didn't play the Hane there. White played the bamboo joint. And now I'm just winning. And this was a good move. And he just has no way to save himself at this point. And even here, there was like this one final wrinkle where I took this move because I recognized this wasn't really a co-threat. But even here, I could have connected like that, and that is still winning. I just checked that out with Katago. But the move I played was even stronger because he can't connect. He's got, if he connects, he still just has 1 liberty. And so that group is just dead. And not only that, these stones on the outside are now weak. They have nowhere to run. So his middle has been ruined. So it wasn't just the loss of that territory there. So anyway, it was an interesting game. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye now.